Okay, so I figured I'd get a little practice today. Seeing myself on camera and doing a video blog. So I'm in Brookside. There's no truck today at work, so went and got a coffee at Air Roast, and now I am heading up 63rd Street. And you can see all the new construction. This is all just a bunch of new stuff in Brookside that I haven't seen before. And the great thing about it is if I don't like what I'm saying or like the way I look, I can edit everything out. There's a new Panera over here. And I guess I'm gonna probably have to stop and start my video all the time. It'd be nice if I had a selfie stick, because then I would have more options. The funny thing is I don't like the way I look on camera, but I guess I could fix that somehow. But if I had a selfie stick, I would be able to actually put myself farther away and in a better position. I need to lose a little weight. But I'm going to stop this section. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip over so that I show the city again. I think the big thing that I need to do is work on finding a story that I want to tell. And I took some pictures earlier that I'm going to mix in with the video about kind of why I like Brookside. It's got kind of a small town feel. I guess if I'm watching myself, I really can't look into the camera and talk to people. I guess that's another thing that I need to look at. So I'll experiment with that. Now I'm looking into where I think the camera is. But it always looks like I'm looking down and looking away from the camera when I'm actually looking at it. And if I drop, am I looking at the camera now? Is that where I'm supposed to be looking? I know this seems weird, but it's going to be edited out. But I want to make sure that it doesn't look like I'm not looking at people when I'm talking to them. It's kind of disturbing. And when I'm in this mode, you can't really see much behind me. If it was 9 o'clock, I'd go to the bank because I got to get my direct deposit form. And that'll help me get my 401k out so I can get started on my project. But it should be kind of a video about how I look, why I like Brookside. I think that's what I'm looking for. I see the camera adds 10 pounds. I think it adds 20 on me. I need a thinner camera. Okay. So playing that back, I now know that if I'm looking into the top of my phone, I'm actually looking into the camera itself. So that's gonna help. Because, you know, when I watch a video and I see people looking in another direction when they're talking seemingly to me, it seems weird. So I know where to look on my own camera now. Anyway, telling a story about Brookside. It's got a very European feel to it. It's growing like the rest of the city, but it's still at a pace, and it's still kind of got that same feel that it had 10 years ago. There's a little more bustle to it, but it's mostly creature comforts. The one thing that is missing is the post office, where I was actually coming to get my passport. And I don't know if it just was one of the post office they decided to shut down because the property value, or if there was something wrong with this particular post office. But I was greeted by this notice. And I guess the post office is not opening back up, so I'm gonna have to go someplace else to get my passport. And then here is Tuesday morning where I'm working. I will flip the camera around. Hopefully that registered. If not, I can shoot it behind my head. That's what editing's for. It's for doing shots like this. I'm working at Tuesday morning. And it's actually a Jimmy John's up the street next to Mike. So it's a sub place, but it's Jimmy John's. And in Kansas City, people are probably wondering why I am walking around and talking to my phone. But maybe in other parts of the world, they'll just know what the hell I'm doing. But anyway, I guess it really doesn't feel as uncomfortable as I thought it would. I'm sure that people are probably still looking at me talking on the phone, but a lot less uncomfortable, I guess, than I thought it would be. You know, these are like taboos that I'm gonna have to eventually break. Seeing myself on camera, hearing my voice, and being self-conscious about it. You can't do a video blog if you can't deal with those situations. Anyway, I think I'm gonna hang it up for today and go back and see what I can do about editing this material, because that's really why I'm doing this video in the first place, is not just to get the blog thing down, but really to go back and play with the video equipment and see what I can make out of the little clips that I've created today.